Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
It's the barbershop.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we can't talk street in the barbershop. Then where can we talk street? We can't talk street nowhere else. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. Now, is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
That ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop. Healthy conversation. Healthy conversation. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That ain't nobody exempt. That ain't nobody exempt. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. Healthy conversation. Man, I love this man.
Talk about
There we go.
we want to talk about support.
We apologize. We
See?
apologize.
Somebody said it wasn't no sound, but
Yeah, yeah.
last week we was a little too loud.
Yeah, we were a little too
So
loud.
no, back
Let us know if you can hear us. There
it goes. To
Yeah,
back it up,
yeah.
so to recap, we were talking about what is a boss, what does a boss look like, what is the true definition of networking, and then we also wanted to dabble into support, especially in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex when it comes to business. So today we have two individuals that are highly supportive of everything I do and everything Jeff will probably be doing because they like family. So we have the Fishers.
Hello.
Yeah, they're the Fishers. They can formally introduce themselves by name, but they are here. Just go ahead and tell them what it is that y'all are bringing, because it ties in with what we'll be talking about a little bit later. But I most definitely want y'all to get this one off to let people know exactly what your event that you have coming up is. So take it away, Fishers.
Well, hello. I'm George Fisher. This is my wife, Karen Fisher, with Classic Touch 360 Photo Booth, Classic Man Accessories, and Final Touch Accessories and Body Oils. Like you said, we've been rocking with these guys, I think, now for about 4 years. They have an annual steel till. We started coming out doing the photo shoot and getting involved with that movement. But what we have been talking about, we have an event coming up on the 17th called Millions in the Room, The Gathering. And it's going to tie into the show that we're doing on tonight. Basically, it's just talking about how we, as a collective group of business owners and entrepreneurs, can come together and push each other without it having to be about, I'm buying this. You don't have to ever buy anything, but we ought to be able to connect to where we all can eat off the same plate. We ought to be able to all come to the table. If I have an event and I get booked, it doesn't hurt me to ask, do you have a DJ? Do you have an event planner? Do you have this? Do you have that? Or The main thing is we all got to start listening better. If you listen to a person, you can see a need, and if you got a table already set, you ought to be able to point and run the play with, all your colleagues. Y'all ought to all be able to come together and make something great happen.
Yeah. So I like that. Frey and I, we're in the attempt to bring people together, especially our community. This is another way. We introduced last month. We introduced the podcast Unite.
Okay.
And again, that's another way to bring our community together. Whatever we can do to unite.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're talking about eating off the same plate.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm cool. I like that. But what we have to understand is, whoever got the damn T-bone get the T-bone.
Right.
And if you got a grain of rice, don't be mad because you just got a grain of rice.
Therefore.
You got to get you and be looking at the T-bone sideways and mad at the T-bone. That's the part you play.
Right.
So people don't understand that they have to play their part, and that's my biggest thing is making sure people play their part. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about Millions in the Room.
Okay. So with this event, we invited, for the first event, this is the first of many events, we had selected some people that were close to us that we know are in business that are doing some things. And what we wanted to say, when we say millions in the room, when we all come together collectively, there's millions of dollars of ideas. There's millions of dollars worth of ideas and things that you can come together and do. You may be successful in your own right. Jeff's a barber. He has a beautiful shop where he's sitting in now. I don't cut hair, so I can't get in that lane. But when we all come in the room, there's something that we all can come together and do.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing for me, that we all are doing so many things different, but we all can come together and work together and make some things happen.
Right.
And did you want to chime
No,
in?
that was the whole vision, was that the multitude of people that's in the room, when you put it all together, they collectively, we are millions.
Right.
We are
dollars.
millions. Yeah.
Because we have from barbers, we have real estate agents, real estate brokers, real estate inspectors, we have construction company owners, we have entertainment owners, DJs, caterers, event planners, photo booth owners. I mean, you name it, security, you name it, they're all going to be in the room. So
That's a
why
party
not
right
come
there.
together?
Yeah,
Right.
That's a party right
That's
there.
Right.
That's
That's
the
the
party.
party.
Stew right
That's
there.
the party right
She
there.
said the hood.
That's a stew, guys.
there.
Listen, everything that you just named, if you have all of those entities in one room, and somebody comes to you, Fisher, and says, "Hey, man, I'm trying to put together a 50th anniversary party for my mom."
I'm pointing.
You just literally named everything that they needed
Right.
for that one event.
Exactly.
And the issue that I have somewhat with it, and now I guess we can kind of ease on into the thing about support, is like it doesn't cost anything for you to put your man on.
Period.
But we need to try to,
Period.
since we're all here talking about it, we need to try to figure out some ways how we can identify the elephant in the room and why that doesn't stick. And we're not just talking about black sticking together for black businesses. We're talking about in general. I don't
Right.
care if you're
That's
white,
right.
black, Asian, or Asian.
That's
I want it all. I want everybody.
Everybody can have
Yeah.
a piece of it.
Right.
Some of our financial struggles in life is because we're not connecting with the right people. It hurts me and it saddens me when I go on Facebook or any social media outlet and I have a friend who has a service,
Yes.
and you see that person constantly pushing their service, and it's good.
Right.
You probably have partake of some of it or been to some of the events where they put on, and you like, wow, that's good. And somebody comes on your page and says, hey, looking for recommendations for a yada, and crickets down there.
Right.
That should be that
And you
person.
know your person.
And you know that person. It's like,
Right.
so we need to try to identify, is it, like I said in my post, is it hate? Is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is it that you're broke and can't afford it? Is it because it's them doing it and not you? Like, what is the reason why you wouldn't help your man get to the next level?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's enough for everybody.
It's enough for everybody.
That's true.
It doesn't. I said earlier, in trying to bring everybody together, whoever the person is that created the crabs in the barrel statement, because we adopted that statement and ran with it, and unconsciously, we just adopted crabs in the barrel, and we found out what it meant, and we started doing it, and that's what we do in our community. We don't lift each other up. I know during COVID, we started talking about it, and when it happened, the first thing that happened, if y'all remember, the first thing that happened in the DFW was my man at the club was telling the girl to get off his table.
Oh yeah,
and twerking, you know, and everybody thought he was wrong for the way he said it. Well, here you go. I do believe. Now I'm customer service all the way.
Right.
But I believe if I tell you something once,
right,
and you don't adhere to that,
correct,
I'm gonna say it to you the second time in a different tone,
correct,
hoping that you get it. And the next time I have to tell you, get your punk ass off my, you know. And excuse my language because I know y'all. But we I mean, you got to talk to them in a different tone. Now the third time, if I have to tell you 3 times, my tone and my language is going to be different.
And just like with your children.
First
Yeah,
of all,
just like with
you
your
should know, as an adult, you should
Right.
know how to conduct yourself.
Right.
This man was trying to run a fine dining establishment
Yeah.
for and a place for us to have where we might not be accepted in other venues. And the least you can do is conduct yourself with sense. And you know what
That
I
part.
kind of noticed after that situation? It went. The stock in it went down. I don't know if us as people turned our back on them because it was like they think they so and so. Well, we don't want to go there because we can't twerk in there. Or we can't. But the stock went down in that place, man. Like if you had never went when it was True Kitchen, now it's just kitchen and cocktails. Like the whole vibe of that place when it first opened was so cool.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we finally have something of ours that's laid back, it's casual, the vibe is 100. And you can go in there and conduct yourself like you have since. The dress code was pretty decent.
Right.
But then, I mean, all it takes is you let one ratchet joke in there, and if you let one get away with it, they gonna go back and
everybody-
tell.
And you
Hey,
see how
man, I
fast
was-
that happened to us.
Yeah.
You see how fast we
Yeah.
we are not allowed in some places. And do you see how fast we will tear each other down?
Yeah.
Just
That's
so
crazy.
fast. It's amazing. I'll say this: when you say about supporting, I work for Parkland Hospital. Well, I have a manager, and she showed me some things that she was doing, and I've already put her on in our next event to come and be a part. She has her own business. So what did that hurt me? I called the guy. Hey, I got this lady. She does her own candles. She's good. I'm looking at her product. I'm smelling things. Why can't we just do that?
Right.
Without expecting anything from anybody.
Right.
It's just that simple.
But we expect we got our mouth open to help, but we got our hand out at the same time. And I remember understanding, you know, being able to get back what I give, and giving it's an action, but a part of the action is to not have your hand out.
Right. Your heart
Your heart got to be in the place to give.
I
If you're
agree.
giving and expecting somebody to give you something back, you know, then you're giving for the wrong reason.
Correct.
If you're giving for accolades, like I see a lot of people, a lot of the social media stuff, the guy dropped some money. And,
Oh, yeah.
and he was waiting to see who was going to be honest and say, hey man, you dropped your money. And then you give it, you're looking for accolades. You know, all of these things, and I did it once. I did it once. I was helping a homeless guy, and I introduced everybody to the people and asked them, you know, if y'all want to help me, I'll help this young man. You know, but I didn't feel like I was looking for accolades. What I was doing was beckoning for help for other people to help this young man. But I also got to the point where I was like, you know what, I shouldn't advertise this. You know what I'm saying? Because this young man may not have wanted that.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
that's
do
a
that
good
in
thing.
December,
We
too.
in
Yeah.
December, and then we do it at Christmas, Thanksgiving. We go out and we give back, and that's one of the biggest things we found, that a lot of people will do it. We'll take pictures at the house when we're putting the gift bags together, this, that, and the other. But anybody
After
that
that,
go with
yeah.
us, we'll make sure do not.
Yeah.
Don't pull that
Don't
phone
post it.
out.
Yeah,
Do
don't
not
post
take a
it.
picture, because
Exactly.
you imagine being in your worst time and somebody shove a camera in your
Right,
face.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Here, let me
Yeah.
give you this. Oh no, keep that. I don't want to be your pity part.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
a spectacle
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
So we have to do better about how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, who we doing it for?
Yeah. If you
If I'm
do-
doing it for my accolades here, then I got my reward now.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
That, you should have. Even
That's
if you
your
don't-
reward.
That's
You
your
know,
reward.
God is supposed to see it. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing it for.
That's
so
what
we
you're doing
say.
it for God. Yeah. And that's who. I made a post last week about you don't get blessed. God doesn't bless you just for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He blesses you to bless many.
Right.
That's true.
And understanding that statement, people need to understand that if you are to bless many, you are to bless many in the name of God.
Okay. Now I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we to bless everybody?
No.
Because see, a lot of time we'll get in trouble trying to bless everybody, and we can't help ourselves right now.
Right.
The
Yeah,
minute we
now-
get in, and we'll take off going trying to save the world, and we hadn't saved ourselves.
So according to the statement,
Yeah.
according to the post,
Uh-huh.
you are to bless everybody, because he said to bless many.
Right.
To bless many could mean as many as you can.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
or so if God blesses you
Yes.
with $50 million,
Right.
and you think it's just for yourself, and you just
You
go out
sadly
and buy,
mistaken.
you are sadly
That's
mistaken,
true.
because just as
That's true.
fast as he gave it to you,
Yes,
he'll
sir.
take it away.
Most
Listen.
definitely. Most definitely.
Listen.
Most definitely.
You know,
Get one sickness.
yeah, get one thing.
Let cancer
Yeah.
knock on your door.
Mhm.
Let 50.
Uh-huh.
See how fast.
Mhm.
See how fast your
Oh,
whole
You'll run right through it.
Most
Coach
definitely.
should have taught you.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to heal
That
yourself,
part.
trying to get
Yeah.
healed.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
when we talk about millions in the room, and we talk about the lack of support, we have to also think about what, like, the service that you're trying to. Okay, before our rabbit hole, millions in the room. It's a collective, right?
Yes.
And it's business owners of all different calibers
Yes.
that are coming to this event.
Yes.
And the game plan is what? More than anything, what is the overall game plan to have the people, the millions in the room for
First
this
and-
particular conference?
First and foremost, for this one, we're just coming together, and it's going to be more or less a meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to put the vision out to see who's actually wanting to be involved. People are like, man, that's dope. I want to be here. But then once we get here, do you really want to do this? This is not a photo op. This is not,
Correct.
hey, I came.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to take pictures. We're going to do this or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's work. I was raised to help. And I've always helped to a fault almost. Sometimes you can give too much. And it's like, even, we talked about the bag thing.
Right.
I'm a giver.
Right.
If I see a need, hey man, I know this person doing this, I know this person doing this, and I just take off point. If all I gotta do is hear that you're trying to do something, and I'm on it. I'm sharing, I'm pushing or whatever, but a lot of time when it's my time, it don't come back around the same way it go out.
Right.
Nah.
Right.
No. And that's the thing. I'm past that. It's cool.
Right.
Because like you say, God is gonna take care of me.
Right.
But it doesn't hurt me. But you can go to other cities, other places, and see brothers and sisters come together, and everybody's winning.
Right.
Ain't nobody pushing, ain't nobody bucking for a spot. Everybody's just winning. They winning in their own right first and foremost, and then they're
Right.
coming together collectively. There's no reason why you have your business, we have our business. Why we can't come together and have another business?
Right.
Why we
Man.
can't come together and own something collectively that
Right.
we all can eat off of, that has nothing to do with what you got going on over here, nothing to do with what we got going on over here, but then we still come here. And then we build a legacy to lead it on and leave it to our children's children.
So, and I want to say this: we're hoping that with the millions in the room, that they'll catch on to this. just like we're bringing you together. When you leave here with somebody else's card, you'll connect them to somebody you know or something like that when they're looking for something. That's why we didn't have it somewhere where you got to sit down and eat and you got to pay. No, we're going to sponsor everything to show you what it is that needs to be done and where we are, where there is a need for us to be supportive to one another. So Millions in the Room means just that. If you're together as a group, there are millions. And we continue that to become a multitude of millions. But we have to do the work.
Right. So I always look at it like this. When I try to compile something or I try to have an event, I always have to I have to pray about it first.
Yes.
But I also have to seek the hearts of the people who I'm inviting. Because I really want to know whatever this train that I'm trying to create, car by car by car, that it won't derail.
Yes.
I don't need one straggler in the back.
Correct.
You know, I don't need a weak person who's just along for the ride and gonna get unhitched somewhere on the journey.
Right.
So when you sit there and you think about that, I sit and I think about what I would like to do as far as like with my artwork. I'm not about to give anybody my ideas today, but what I want to do, I know that I'm going to have the right people who not only see the vision that I have, want to support it, but also see the greater good in the whole circle of it.
Big
all.
picture.
The big, there you go, wide, HD, high definition. I need everybody on board to see the big picture.
Right.
And then you really, like I said, don't come in from day one, oh, I'm down with that, I'm cool with that, because I'm listening to both of y'all, and something keeps coming up that's bad right now in our culture. The validation and the camera culture.
Yes.
They're always needing to be in the camera.
Right.
And being somewhere for the photo ops. That's the same thing, but I'm just saying. You know,
when he said that, that's why I chuckled.
I was over here too. I was about to thump your hand because I didn't know where this. Look, brother, I'm not having it out of the day. But nah, seriously, have you ever noticed? It's a lot of people, and then I'm gonna touch on this because we kind of touched on it. You got to think back to when a lot of these people that are our age, somebody didn't tell them that they were important, didn't show them any love. I'm not trying to be funny, but somebody in their somebody when they were kids didn't instill nothing in them, any kind of value to them. So you know what happened? They become adults who fiend for this stuff, who have to do every. Man, look, I know many. I ain't gonna say one person. I know many people who will tell you what they got going on and where they gonna be and who's popping and what they got going on one day in a post.
Yeah.
The next day they're gonna show you a live video talking about the same thing. The third day they're gonna, and it's like, it's not like you're advertising that because you want everybody to attend it. That's advertisement.
Right.
But it's almost like you're gloating like you got this going on and da. And it's like when you continuously do that, you take away the stock of what it is. At some point, you just have to be quiet and let it take its place.
Right.
If it's gonna happen for you, it's gonna happen for you.
Right.
But you're looking for the accolades, and as you do this, and you constantly, social media. I think if people really open their eyes, they will see how foolish they look sometimes.
Oh my God.
And I'm going somewhere with this because you can do that, and I don't care what nobody says. This is a podcast, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So when you have a podcast, you want people to watch it, right?
Right.
So views matter.
Yes.
Don't let nobody tell you views don't matter. Because when you turn on the TV and watch a sitcom, if ain't nobody watching it, they gonna pull the plug. So when you're on camera and people are watching your podcast, views matter.
Yes, sir.
And not cracking 50 is a problem.
Right.
Something is stale there, something ain't right there, you're not connecting with the people.
Right.
But if you're constantly saying you're doing this, and you're searching for that validation, you go on that post, and it's two people, or not even none at all.
Right.
Something should make you say, look, I'm finna just step away from this real quick. This ain't working.
Yes.
Just let the chips fall where they're supposed to, and it's gonna work out the way it's supposed to. You don't need you don't need to keep coming on here for that validation. And it's people like that, like I said, they lacked a lot when they was youth. Nobody imputed nothing in them. And they also grew up to become haters too.
Yeah.
You was ready for that line. Hey, they grew up to become haters, and and the thing of it is like they don't have the strength to do what you do.
Right.
They don't have the know-how. They don't have the backing. They don't have the support.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time, those type of people's spirit is just bad.
They don't even
So
have a heart.
they don't have they don't
it's
have a
really
heart.
sad.
So they cling on to people who are doing something, Fisher, which goes to you saying, "Don't come here for no photo op."
Right.
It's a lot of people to throw on a suit, or go somewhere where the where they weren't really invited, but you just said come along, and you just happen to be standing next to Mark Cuban, and now you like doing big things networking. No, you're not. Somebody invited you to this dinner. You just happen to catch the man next to the man next to the man. Now you want to say you're networking. Because here we are. We were talking about networking. And with your event, everybody that comes, I know y'all. So I'm pretty sure y'all searched the hearts. Because this first, true indeed, I think y'all said this first event is already locked in.
Right.
Y'all got everybody.
Right.
So they're talking about it, but y'all missed it. They've already locked in who all they want to come to this.
But we're doing it again. We're definitely doing it
but
again.
this is the trial run.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just trial.
So with this, the people that have said they've committed to it, y'all already pretty much have searched the hearts of these people.
Yes.
I know y'all. Y'all ain't you done screen these folks, man.
Most definitely.
So with saying that, y'all know who's coming.
Yeah.
So the networking aspect of it is going to be people that you know that's going to shake hands, love on each other at this event, and then try to figure out something within that first circle to bring everybody together to put all of these businesses together under one umbrella.
Most definitely.
Right. So that whole aspect of networking.
Yes.
It's not networking if you're just doing it for a photo op and standing next to the man who's somebody and saying, "Oh, I'm out here doing big things." Networking. That's not networking. Networking to me is when you cross all T's, dot all I's, and the signature is on some paper, and the plan is in motion. I wouldn't even say I'm networking with nobody unless I knew for sure the plan was in motion.
And see, that's where the end goal, like I was saying before, when we come in, when we leave, the goal is once we leave from the event that multiple people have came together and said, "Hey, we're going to be able to connect and do something."
Right.
It may not be anything on the table leaving out, but hey, I have your information.
Right.
I'm interested in what you do.
Correct.
So hey, now let's have a lunch, me and you, and let's talk.
Right.
But if we can get some of that going on from this event, then that's what that is.
Yeah.
And like you said, I was looking at a podcast, and successful young man, he was standing with a guy, and the guy asked for a picture. Now he was like, "You can ask me anything," and he asked to take a picture. You worried about a picture? I'm telling you to take my number down to give me a call.
Yeah,
so I can
got
plug
the
you
goods.
up.
Yeah.
But the
instead
photo
of him
op
getting
was
the
more
number,
important.
he's like, "Let me get a picture," and he's like, "Did you not hear me? I just told you to take my number down. My number is worth millions. But you would settle for a picture,
Man.
and I'm plugging you in. This is probably one of the only times you're gonna be in the room with this caliber of person, and you want to get a picture."
But it's the mindset.
Watch this. Look, we transparent Johnson. We go there, and I ain't afraid to tell on somebody either. I am Snitch McGee. I'm telling you. Look, man. When we knew Killer Mike was coming here, weeks.
Yeah.
We didn't say nothing till we didn't. Now, few people in our friends outside of the box. Hey, yo, this is what we got going on. Right. But we didn't say anything until we didn't start posting about him coming to the day before. Because we truly wanted to see who was supporting Barbershop Talk, and not just coming here so they can squeeze in a photo out with Killer Mike.
Right.
Same people that showed up here one day post for Killer Mike didn't show up here for Still Till, which was posted 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know about a month.
Yeah.
So my thing was, we didn't. When he came, we knew what the play was. Like I said, we knew the play. We knew. So we knew that we was already told from his people.
Yeah.
He was interviewed by the DOC pretty much. Yeah. But this was our podcast, so we had free range to him too. His people had already told us, y'all might just get one question in because he's long-winded. It had nothing to do with, dang, he was on their show, they didn't get to say. She had already said it. If somebody asked him one question, that's gonna be done.
And it's the right question. He gonna give it to you.
So my thing was, as I'm sitting in my seat, I'm just looking around at the people that had free reins to ask a question, but was really just standing at that door waiting for it to be over so they can get in his ear and try to tell him this, that, and the third. And it's like, brother, we got a whole podcast where we ain't on here talking about nonsense. Yeah, we do have fun. We're not the podcast out here in the community. We're not that. That's not us. We sit in here, and these conversations that me and brother have, when the cameras ain't on, we decide to let y'all in on what we really talk about. That's what Barbershop Talk is. So,
but that'll help somebody.
It will. But my thing is, you don't tune in regularly for it. But that's why it was like, we really didn't even want to say nothing, because we didn't want nobody to feel like, oh, we got Killer Mike coming. It's about, dude. We got other stuff. We got other stuff coming down the pipe in here. Ain't gonna tell you. You just gonna have to see it, because we have to search the heart of the people when we're talking about this building. And my brother said it. He said, bro, now since they want to see us out in the community, we finna. Because that's what they call it, but anyway.
You keep saying it like that.
Because I'm being country.
Oh, Lord.
He about to step in it. He about to go.
Are you really?
See, he's trying to do it.
Oh, don't do it.
All right,
Don't
I'm
Don't do it.
Okay, but look, we not
Yeah,
okay, look, and see, but you know what? Hold on. You doing that?
On me.
Yeah.
And you don't
I ain't
want to be on the leash.
you owe me one. How about
He finna dive off the
you owe me one. You owe me one from last week's fiasco where I couldn't keep my composure. Nah, but anyway, we out there. But still, like the whole thing of networking and creating the whole atmosphere for us to do greater things was to stop honing in on one thing and start. Maybe they was right. Maybe what they don't see, they need to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't give us any validation to go out and snatch up some people and say, come sit in here. But it did open our eyes to the fact that you can do a lot more when you connect and you gather with the people. So, it's a lot of brothers and sisters who have podcasts, who have something to say. We in that lane, like you were talking about the lane. We in that lane.
Right.
So now it's time for us to connect with that lane, build that lane. If somebody says, hey, we want the Barbershop Talk to come sit on our platform and chat with us for an hour, we coming. Because now they're going to get, whatever platform they have, they're going to bring it the way they got it.
Correct.
And so we're going to come over there and bring it the way we got it. And do you see how the difference in contrast? You're going to have viewers from all walks of life. They're people, our people. Now it's all bridged together.
Correct.
So I get what you're saying about bridging gaps. And it's time. Because a lot of people, I'm broke, or these are some tough times, but you just don't know what kind of talent you sitting on.
Right.
But you can't be afraid to put that energy out either.
Oh yeah.
So as we 35 minutes into this, so I want to take a small moment to recognize Lockwood Distillery. Lockwood Distillery, right here in Dallas. A liquor company right here in Dallas, and they are now the official sponsors of our podcast.
Oh wow!
And so y'all see the bottles on the table, and they are also the official sponsor of Astute Gentleman. So you want to taste some good Lockwood. I know y'all don't drink, but that's just a segue. That's for everybody else. I appreciate that the Christian living up to the expectations of what God has asked. I do so to the best of my ability. I smoke cigars. It's not but we're not gonna go all into all.
We're not
gonna go all into that. But again, thanks Lockwood Distillery, and have at it. Let's get back to it.
See, even with that, this brother came to the all white party. Lockwood Distillery. He brought his brand, and had a tasting. And in order to be a part of the tasting, you had to buy a ticket.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he didn't ask for much. What was the ticket, like $20? $30 was the ticket to actually be a part of that.
Right. Yeah.
Now you'll go and Louis and Gucci into
Come on here.
But this man has a brand that he's trying to sell. Brother,
Yeah.
And you couldn't pay. You were too cheap and hard up to pay $30 just so. But you wanted to taste it though. You was hooking and crooking trying to find somewhere to sit where it was going down.
I don't let people play with me like that. I'm a woman. I go. My clothes that I sell, they go from size small to 4X.
Right.
I don't change my price because you're a small and this lady is a 4X.
Right.
My prices are the same. Either that's why I'll let you have of me. You can't. I don't want you to do that because I'll have to tell you. You know.
But why?
Yeah. I don't. Because everybody not my customer. And I understand that.
I bought 2 or 3 things.
I understand that.
I always buy stuff from you. Well, keep buying.
Yeah.
Shut up. The craziest thing.
Keep buying. What's your problem?
The craziest thing in my lane. Watch this, man. I want you to paint a paint for me. Now, I'm not going to even tell you what I charge for a 24 by 36. Most people that I know that in the art world tell me I have lowballed myself to death for the work that I do.
Yeah.
But I put it out there, and you know that these people will break down a painting to a fraction.
Oh, yeah.
What if I buy the canvas? What if I supply the paint? Well, you paint it your damn self. You don't paint it your damn.
Why am I painting?
Why even talk to me about
it? You buy an item. Well, I saw it over here for
go over there.
That's right. That's it. I don't understand.
You called me. I didn't call you. I don't price match. If you saw it for cheaper or
go
less,
over there.
Go ahead.
That's amazing to me.
Look, I'm not wild.
But
I ain't rolling back shit.
They don't go in Gucci. They don't go in these stores. You don't go and tell them about their price. If they say it's on sale, it's a coupon, that's what you're going to use.
Yeah.
No questions asked. So don't do people like that.
I do that at the pawn shop, though.
Price match?
Yeah, I do it at the pawn shop every time.
You at the pawn shop?
Yeah, at the pawn, man. Let me go get that lawnmower for $50.
They already mark it up, so you can.
I need this weed eater, man.
See how I made that point?
You
got to understand where you at.
Right.
When you want to price match, when you want to do stuff like that.
Right.
But if you're supporting, you're supporting, and you're doing it often. Don't tell me I support it, because to me, when I go somewhere, I go out of town, and I've only been once. It's called a visit.
Right.
But when I go all the time, I'm supporting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When you go, so don't tell me, I bought a shirt from you before.
Right.
That one shirt. Thanks for the visit.
Right.
Thanks for the visit.
Right.
Thank you.
See,
but I got a bunch of shirts. I got a bunch of stuff,
And you're wearing them.
And I'm wearing them.
You may not be wearing mine, but you're wearing the same thing I said. You're wearing.
Yeah.
Like everybody and their mama has a cricket, right? So everybody and their mom and pops got some little t-shirt hustle, some little cup maker, something. So for me, I have one person I've designated. Shout out to KVK Blings. All of my black t-shirts she makes.
Right.
She's the designated t-shirt maker for Steel Till.
Okay.
Buy the damn shirt from her. And don't call me talking about, well, Frey, I got a cricket. What's the fun? I just make my own. No. And if you come up, that's not support. There's a reason why I do it. It's not. Yes, you could make your own shirt. And if you decide to make your own shirt and come, the more the merrier. But there is a reason why I do that. I'm supporting her business. She is the designated Steel Till t-shirt maker.
Right.
When you want a brand of a t-shirt online, you always run to that. What is that? Fashion Nova. Y'all gonna run over there to get whatever whenever you want it. That's your choice of what you buy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So whenever you want a Steel Till shirt, there is only one maker of that shirt.
Right.
I don't care what cricket you got. I don't.
On the comments, nigga said you don't question Gucci.
You don't.
Ask Gucci, can I get a discount?
I think we just a little lax sometimes because people know us.
But because here's the thing,
and that ain't cool though.
This is what we get. We get, come on, brother. I had
help
a
me
guy.
out.
Come on, brother. Me.
I moved here from Milwaukee, and I'm here in Texas. I've been here 15 years. And the guy said, man, your price is high, man. We from the crib. I said, man, I don't know you. I didn't know you in Milwaukee. Somebody told you I'm from Milwaukee and you want to get a discount. I'm not giving you no discount, bro.
Come on,
We,
bro.
The
first of all, I got a
Milwaukee discount, is that what it
ain't no such thing as a
He's
Milwaukee
talking
home.
about because they from the
Special,
same
baby.
place.
Yeah,
Give me the Milltown special.
I don't even know you.
Oh,
I
my
don't even
goodness.
somebody just one of your guys or one of our guys that we have in common. But bro, I don't even know you. And I'm running a business.
That's right.
Nobody goes to Ronald McDonald and
Okay.
asks him for a discount on a burger.
Okay.
Right. You
Okay.
know your little
Let me
cousin
stop
works
you
in
right
the
there.
drive-through, right? Your
Right.
little cousin works in the
Right.
drive-through. You're not gonna pull up to the drive-through, order the number 4, and just because she's at the window, you gonna chunk her the $5 because
Right.
that's the cutty. Now you gonna pay what Ronald
That's
wants.
right. That's right.
Ronald want that 10 and something. You gotta
right
get it.
there too. All these cash app payments.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh
listen.
my God.
You know
What?
it's a percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
You
yo.
know,
It's a
let me
percentage.
get that.
Our first year business, I went
want all
back.
that,
I told
man.
him. I
It's a
said
percentage.
the first year we did business, I
Mhm.
went back and added it up or whatever, and I told him. I said, let me tell you something. We adding in they 3% since they forget to do
but
that.
see, here's the trick. See, here's the trick, and this is everybody. Because I used to do it, and I stopped doing it. This year, I stopped doing it. The only reason they get the 3% is because you want your money instantly.
Yeah.
So if you don't get your money instantly, and you just say it's going in the bank account Wednesday, plan whatever the hell you got planned for Wednesday,
Yeah.
instead of
So
wanting
take
money
it back
instantly,
now.
Yeah.
because they don't get the percentage unless you say instantly, and we want our money right now.
I was like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can't.
So
you
I
can't
stopped
be that
doing it.
broke if you're.
Right.
First of all, if you're a business.
That
You
part.
can't be that broke if you can't
Yeah.
hold off to that
Yeah.
little
Right.
old Wednesday, man. Go on.
yeah,
Yeah,
credit
yeah.
card payments they go
Yeah.
like that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool,
Show
you know.
And
Like,
even with the
oh.
credit card payment, they gonna hit you 2 times.
Look, I done
Yeah.
aged a couple
Yeah.
of years
They gonna
waiting
tax
on Bank
it
of
and
America
they
to
gonna
go
do
and
the-
process some of
Yeah.
them transactions.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Damn,
God.
brother, I gotta
Yeah.
wait till Wednesday to.
So
Sheesh.
my thing is credit cards, cash app, whatever. It's a fee involved.
Right.
So
Yeah.
And people
understand
know they're
that.
going in.
Yeah,
It
you know that.
amazes me how simple-minded some people
Some of the
are
people
when they
that do that
It's so
have
crazy.
businesses themselves.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
that?
it was a lady did it
Some
like that.
people have
And
businesses
she was
themselves. You
in
should know better.
business,
Come on, lady.
yeah.
And she came over to talk me down at Traders Village in my business.
Wow.
And I just looked,
And she
and
got
he
a whole
knows
booth
me. He
over there.
knows me.
She said what she gonna pay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take this, and this, and I'm
yeah.
gonna pay.
She said I should be giving her a discount, but he knows me. Once my head get, hold on, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
We're not doing that.
I'm looking at your eyes and can
Yeah,
tell it.
no,
They
we
go
don't.
left.
I've had people come in here and tell me what they're gonna pay. No, really? Well, it's a shop up the street that'll let you pay whatever you want to pay, but you can't do that here.
It's the same
Right.
way you walked in,
The same
brother.
way you walk in.
My price is my
can't-
price.
My prices is my price.
price is my price, man.
You get people like that. When you get people like that, I've learned how to deal with those people.
Mm.
And that's why when you go on my website, my prices is my prices. And when you book an appointment, well, man, hey, man, your prices is a little too high. I say, hey, either you book an appointment or you don't. It's not gonna bother
That's
me.
it.
Yeah.
That's
Man,
it.
people
It's not
will
gonna
people
bother me
will
at
go on Amazon and buy the rattiest shit, and want it to come because they know it's coming.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
like they don't even stop to ask them type of questions. Well, it's a little too. Man, just they gonna buy it.
Right.
They gonna buy it. They gonna purchase it because it's coming tomorrow. They gonna Amazon Prime. I know people who got bags and bags and bags at the door every day. They
Every
bought
day.
something, and then sometimes you think, why did you buy this? Did you really need this?
Didn't
Right.
need it.
What the hell you
I
need
just
with
saw
a
it.
waffle / bacon maker. What the? Because it was on Amazon.
All in
You know,
one.
Right.
yeah, because it was on Amazon. But then
Yep.
too, it's a lot of us out here with businesses that have great service.
Right.
Right.
Don't lowball the great service.
That's all
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
you got to open your
Yeah.
eyes to some stuff, dude. If you really want to go to the Casalinda Bakery because you just want a buttercream cake, I can't knock that. That's what you want to do.
Right.
But then you've been to some weddings and they be like, you done knocked this cake down. Oh, girl, this cake was good, bro. Who made that? That sister over there.
Mm-hmm.
It was good enough for you to knock it down. Go over there and support
And
that
support-
person.
yeah, yeah.
Don't run
Get
to
a
the.
card.
at
She was
that-
in a Benz though,
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
No.
and I be
Right.
doggone. I ain't paying
no
for it.
beans.
Right.
You ain't paying for the
I ain't
Benz?
paying for her Benz. I'm not paying for her to be
So
driving
I
this
can't
Benz.
go to her
So
cake
I'm not
shop.
doing
I
it.
can't go to her
I'm not
cake
doing it.
site.
That's
Nikki-
crazy, bro.
Nikki the Amazon junkie. She want it now. It's my money. I want it now. I want it now. It's my product. I want it now. I hear you, Nicky.
Yeah, but see, and some, okay, who was this? Stephen Hearn said, know your worth, know your product's worth. And that too, also, now there is a twisted side. We can't just blame everybody for not supporting.
Right.
We also got to look at, if it looked like shit on a stick, then don't expect nobody to buy it.
Right.
But then too, it also comes from that individual.
Right.
If you have a service, like for me, when I first started painting 6 years, it's 7 years now. When I first started painting, I did it for fun. I just needed something to, not necessarily for fun. It was a coping mechanism after I lost my grandmother.
Okay.
But then people started to see it, and then my little brother, Lyndon Britt, and his wife, they took a chance on me to paint them. That was my first portrait. I was scared to death. I'm like, they like, we gonna pay you, and I was like, I didn't want to do it. But so you know what? I had no confidence.
Right.
I had no confidence. So when people saw it, like, hey yo, I saw Pee Wee and Bebe's painting. Hey yo, can you do one for me? I was like, what's your prices? I was,
Right.
I wasn't sure of myself.
Right.
Now boldly in your face.
Right.
My price is my
that's
price.
Right.
That's
and
it.
that's how we are.
You have to have a level of confidence in yourself,
Right.
and in your product. Like when they talk about dope or whatever, do you stand on your product?
Come on.
100. You're gonna get exactly what you paid for when you ask me to paint on these pants.
I stand on it like the president of General
Yeah, I
Mills.
stand on it. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes.
President.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I stand on that, man, and I guarantee you that it's gonna be 100. When you get them, it ain't gonna be sloppy. It ain't gonna be tacky.
Exactly.
It ain't gonna come back smelling like weed smoke. Man, that's another thing. When we start talking about business and wanting to join as a collective, you have to start looking at the people that you're bringing in and what they bring.
That's
right.
Don't be look.
That's
My
why
shirt
we
lady,
handpick.
my shirt lady got it nice little bags
Right.
and everything. Now, don't come selling me something look like you've been at Woodstock. I'm like, damn, I'm not finna wear this weed infested shirt.
And that's what I tell people. Yeah, I don't have a building, but if I open my truck and I give it, you get in the bag.
Yeah.
You get the receipt, you get the receipt.
All
You
of
know,
that.
I don't have a building, but you don't get to disrespect me
Yes.
because this is a business and I'm gonna treat it as such.
Even his suits,
And,
garment
you
bags,
know,
you getting everything.
You buy a suit, you get a garment
That's
bag just
right.
like if you was
That's
in
right.
any other store. You gonna
Right.
not a plastic bag.
Right.
Mhm.
You done
Getting a
stretched out a
garment
whole
bag. Yeah.
Walmart bag in it.
See,
There
that's
you
all
go.
I'm saying. You're
And,
never
you know,
never
people-
gonna see that.
You know, you don't.
But like
don't
you
get
said,
that.
with that, with collaborating with people in businesses, that's a must. You got to start looking at presentations and and then you can't. A person can't get mad if you say, "Hey, look, the tribe is smoking. Your torch is out. We don't want to be a part of that."
Well, we're gonna deal with an integrity, and that's the biggest thing, because like I said, we're putting people in position, or we're referring people, or whatever we're doing. But if I refer you and you say you're gonna be there at 10, be there at 10.
Be there at 10.
If you're gonna be there till 11, be there at 11.
Some of us ain't gonna make the event.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you to give it all here.
Right.
But kind of touch on it. Give us some bullet points on what you're expecting from these people that
Okay.
are coming.
Well, from the people that are coming, first and foremost, I want to see if it's going to be a good fit for everybody. Because even the people you invite, they may get in and be like, hey, I'm not with that, or right now is not a good time for me. But if they are involved or with it, that the biggest thing is, first and foremost, if we can come together and move the envelope, how can we move forward as a collective and support each other and push each other?
Right.
I don't have to buy from you necessarily, but I can promote you.
Right.
You can promote me. If I promote you, I don't come back saying, hey, I referred you, you owe me some money, or vice versa.
Yeah, no,
you know,
that ain't nothing like that.
We're not doing no referral fees. We're not doing
No.
any of that.
Right.
We're going to
It's
support
true.
each other and network. Hey, man, I got a network of individuals that's going to stand on integrity, that's going to do what they say, going to be there when they say they're going to be there, and that's what it's going to be. That we can all count on each other, that at the end of the day, we all going to make each other look better.
Right.
So one person can make the whole thing look crazy. All it takes is one person to mess up, and then when you say, hey, we got a network event, well, I used somebody at your network before, and they burned me.
Okay. So
Now
let
the
me.
whole situation is gone.
Now watch this. I believe, and we was talking about this last night. We had a gentleman in here who had a valid point. With creating a circle of business-minded people,
Yes.
if there's a straggler, and you know that they're trying, we said, yeah, we'll keep keep
Yeah,
buying, we'll
absolutely.
keep supporting, because you may have failed once, your product might have been not the best, but we see that you really own to something. So not gonna discourage you by just giving up on you that one
Right.
time. Be like, nah, I ain't go. Like some of these black restaurants, you like, hey, yo, you go in there and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, you just opened up and you already ran out of stuff. It's like, hey, all right, maybe next time I might need to come a little early.
Yeah.
But I want to at least give it a try, because you're trying. Any other business, not just black business, I want to give you a try.
Right.
So first time I jumped out there, I came to your joint. You was out of this. You didn't have the size I wanted. Okay, cool. You say come back next week, Wednesday, you'll have it. That's when your shipment comes in. I'm gonna try you again. But I will give you a chance, because somebody needs to take a chance. People have taken chances on me when I didn't even have the heart to see it in me. Somebody. And I always go back to Pee Wee and Baby, because I was just playing with this. This is fun. It was a coping mechanism.
Right.
But for somebody to see, they were setting me up for greatness then,
But
because
I
they
bet
saw
you
it.
they saw in you what you didn't see in yourself. That's the thing with me. I don't mind helping anybody, but if you don't see it in you and you don't show me, I am going to back up just a little bit, because you can only take a person as far as they want to go.
Yeah, even if they have an attitude with it too, like,
yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's
Look,
all you
I
can
ain't
do.
messing with
I
you
mean,
now.
it.
Well, we
is
ain't
what
got it. It
is.
just ain't gonna be here. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I tried.
Right. But even as a collective, though, can we not, if you say it's one straggler, if we are collective, we all ought to be able to see that it's one straggler. Okay, you my brother, can we come to the other brother in love, say, bro,
What you need, where you
what
lacking.
can we what can we do to get you up to
Most
speed?
definitely.
Now
Most
we're here, you right here with us, but what is it that you need? Is it, how can we help?
Right.
And I think a lot of times we don't go get our brothers anymore. It used to be, am I my brother's keeper? We don't keep each other.
Straight
no more.
Nino Brown.
We throw you in the street
right.
and talk about you and laugh at you.
Right.
But you know this person is on a crashing ship, and we sit there and watch it.
Here's a question: Have we really honestly been our brother's keeper?
No.
Nah, man. I don't think none of us have, honestly.
No.
I think some of us, just the way we are set in our ways sometimes, some of our ways of thinking, some of the ways we actually move in real life will cause you not to when you should. We all guilty of it.
Well, not even that though. I'm gonna take it another direction. I've been in the funeral business 20 years. I lost my mom 2 years ago. I had to come back and apologize to some close friends, because it wasn't until I lost my mother that I realized how crummy of a friend I was.
Right.
Wow.
I've had friends and partners lose mothers, and hey man, I'm here if you need me, and call me, this, that, and the other. But it wasn't until I had to take care of my own mother that I realized, don't call and ask it. No, show up. Even if you don't do nothing but sit there and look at them. They need you. It's not about if. No, I need you. And it wasn't until I saw that, and me and my sister was talking, and she got kind of upset at one of her friends because she felt like they didn't necessarily show up like they should have. And I was like, well, they don't know how to. They don't understand.
Right.
If they hadn't sat in that seat, they really don't know how to be there.
Right.
So I think a lot of times when you say, are we really our brother's keeper, do we really know how?
Right.
Because in certain instances, on certain levels, we may not be able to be that if we hadn't had enough experience to say, hey man, he's slipping on this level. Well, I ain't never slipped on that level, so I don't know what it feels like.
Right.
But it ain't till we go through a trial or a situation that we can understand that, man, when them brothers came around me when I went through that, now I really understand. So now for me, I can't leave another brother out there like that.
Right.
So in some of it now, we haven't been our brother's keeper.
And being your brother's keeper, it requires more than what people are really willing to give up of themselves. And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yep.
When I don't know when that started, in the 60s, maybe the 50s, when we always, especially in our community, what's up, brother?
Yep.
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Hey, brother, what's happening?
Yep.
How you doing, brother? Even the white guys and other races, they, hey, brother, and I love it, but they're doing it because that's what we call ourselves, and we ain't brothers for nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
We ain't, it's a
That's the
formality,
truth.
exactly.
That's
We don't do brother and sister stuff for nothing, and I really have in my heyday and everything that I do, even now, I really intend to communicate with people. I keep it real with people. I understand people don't like the truth, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you.
I couldn't even call you a friend if I was sitting up there.
Yeah, I just like. Why would I tell Frey his artwork is the greatest in the world, and it's not? Why would I lie to you?
Right.
You know, I've seen. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen better art. I've seen better art. Shit, I like art. I'm an artist myself, but I've seen better art. But in supporting a person, especially when you love that person,
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So in the love, I'm not gonna say, hey, look, you gotta step your game up now. And I told him that. I told him that before.
Yeah.
Step your game up, bro. Step your game up, because people want your stuff, and if people want your stuff, you're doing something.
Right.
You have to up the ante on what you're doing.
Right.
You know, I had to learn that in the barber game. Here I am, 14 years old, in the barbershop, and an old man said, "Hey, but you got to learn how to do this though." But boy, as I got older, you know, my other mentors in the barber industry, and all my life being in the barber industry. It's been 40 years on my birthday. I've been in the barber industry working behind a chair. And I had a guy told me, he said, and he passed away, rest in peace to my guy Larry. He passed away. He said, Jeff, I've been in the at this point, he had been in the barber game for 30 years.
Wow.
He said, I've been in the barber industry for 30 years. You're the coldest barber I ever seen. And I was like, whoa, And then I went back to cosmetology school to get my cosmetology license along with my barber license. And these are the accolades that I love when I do a good job. And this man, 77 years old, 76, 77 years old, and I cut his hair, and he said, all of this time I've been getting my hair cut, and I finally see that it can be done right.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
That's heavy.
What? That's right.
Heavy.
What? You know, and then even Frey, he was just telling you, this man called me and said, dude, I didn't know you could cut a mullet.
Right,
What?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
When my student came back to class, and he was white, 6'3" or 4", man, came in there, mullet was tight. I called him 8 that morning when dude sat in the class. Hey, bro, I didn't know you knew how to cut a mullet. But in the act of fairness, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not in my feelings, but I will say this: when you've always told me to step my game up with this art, I'm just gonna say this to everybody: art is an expression.
Right.
A singer is an artist. A dancer, anything that you do to express yourself is art. What he's talking about is me not having the confidence as a painter.
Right.
Not
Not the
not
artwork
art
itself.
itself. Like I done seen colder artists. He's seen colder painters because but he gets on me all the time and say, be more creative.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's in you to do more than portraits.
Yeah.
Your mind and the way you think. Man, for me to paint a woman naked with a boombox coming out of her vajayjay, to me is out of the box.
Right. Yeah. That's
So
out
I
of the
mean, so he always tells me, "What you afraid of? Step out. Let me see that phrase. Let me see what's on your mind. Hey man, you need to step your game up."
Right.
But art, so people don't get it twisted. Art is an expression. He's talking about the painting side.
Yeah.
Me as a painter, it's new to me. I've been drawing, illustrating since the age of 4. This painting journey is new to me.
Right.
And so he tells me and he inspires me and he pushes me as a brother that sees something in me. And I think as far as business, if we continue to support those who we see that are really, first of all, the integrity.
Yes.
You see that they hungry for it.
Yes.
You see that they have a good spirit with their business. Continue to push them. Continue to push the ones that
Definitely.
you know that are really, really trying to go higher with their business. Not just throwing some,
Garbage.
crap out there, steak on a
right.
trash can lid just because, I got a shirt business. Oh, I got a restaurant. It's more daiquiri and wing shops
Oh
around
my
this
goodness.
mother
Oh my
than the
goodness.
law allowed.
Oh my goodness.
But it's like, who's gonna be that one at the
Right.
daiquiri shop to say, well, okay, I'm gonna add a little arcade in mine, or I'm gonna add something. It's got to be something other than what everybody else is doing that sets you apart.
Right.
And when you see that person is at that peak where they're striving and they reaching and almost drowning because the ideas they want to come out for their business ain't working, then that's when you get up under them and you push them. You know, go ahead and push them.
But don't push your lane into
No.
our lane, because we've had that where people, will come up, and I've had even somebody to rearrange my sunglasses. Listen, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I put them the way that I want them.
Right.
I don't want you. I don't want
Well,
your.
you should be back
This
here.
is mine. You stay in your lane. I don't come doing your stuff.
Doing over here?
You know.
If you like my product and you want to, don't come in here telling me how you should do this.
Right.
You should do this.
Man,
you know what? Open your own shit.
And show me how to do it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Open your pocket and do me 10. Buy 10, and then you rearrange the 10 you bought. That's how you do it.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I might be the one to go there and rearrange the glasses only because I'm OCD.
And I'm gonna tell you.
I'll be like, yo, man, this
Go watch your head, bro.
this color scheme ain't working. You got all these butterfly. Let's put all the butterfly glasses and butterfly. All the big lenses right here. They're like, hey, this is just messing with me, man. What is these cornflakes doing over here with the corn pops, man? What is this? I'm OCD, man. I got it bad, bro. I'm OCD out the ass. So I'll be the one. You probably have to. My hand will be toe up over there.
So in closing, tell the people about your event. Tell the people where to find you on social media. Tell the people how to follow, where to be at, what the date is, so on and so forth. And we're gonna close out.
Okay. Well, again, it's called Millions in the Room, The Gathering. The event, like I said, it's already closed. We will be having another event. We can be found on Facebook. The Classic Man or George Fisher or Miss Final Touch or Karen K. Fisher on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Yeah.
TikTok,
Yeah.
all the
You
platforms.
type it in.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
And
So-
they go live. They
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
live.
we do live, and we also
Do
once a month we
giveaways.
do giveaways, we do drawings, and we'll let you know. We usually go live and let you know, hey, on this day we're doing a drawing, and all you have to do is put a number in, and when we do the drawing, if your number comes up, you'll win an item, be that sunglasses or men's accessories, women items, or whatever the case may be. So again, we're just trying to bring everybody together and just see how we can just make something great for the city. We've traveled, we've seen other cities do it. It's time for us to do it here. We've talked about it, and I was doing this, I guess, 20 years ago. I had started something called Blessed Associates back in the day, and here we are, some 20 years later. I'm still fighting a good fight. So we're just trying to put on for family, friends, whoever, and just because we're all family and friends. So we're just trying to bring everybody together and just do something great.
Yeah, good.
Man, and that's what it's about. Networking, connected, and doing it the right way so that we can all be millionaires. And millions, I said it, millions, they said millions didn't make it. But, if people don't get behind the people to make it, then they're not going to make the millions. So,
Right.
We got to get in there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. I'm the barber,
And I'm the artist.
and this is Barbershop Talk.
We out.
We out.
Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
It's the barbershop.
Yes.
Well, we can't talk street in the barbershop. Then where can we talk street? We can't talk street nowhere else. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. Now, is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
There ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop. Healthy conversation. Healthy conversation. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. There ain't nobody exempt. There ain't nobody exempt. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. Healthy conversation.